Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another tutorial on how to do boho locks, but I am taking a different approach than I normally do. This tutorial is done using human hair. We got Indian version raw bundles as well as Cambodian hair. And this time I opted to use crochet locks as the base, and that basically takes a bit of time out of the overall execution of the style. I usually take a bit of Marley hair to do the base of the locks, which is basically the braid that anchors the whole look together. But I don't know, today I wanted to try something different and see if it would take some time off, which it did. It still took a while, but took less time than it normally would. So right here I am prepping my client's hair to go ahead and place the crochet lock onto. It's essentially the same technique as when I do my soft locks, which I basically braid down about maybe 2 inches away from the scalp, depending on the client's texture of hair and stuff like that. And then I go ahead and attach the crochet lock onto the hair that I've separated and braided already. My favorite parting pattern, as you can see in the video, is what I like to call free parts. Free parting is essentially where you are not doing box parts to make it simple. But natural parts and free parts are a whole lot better for a fuller look, as well as just a more natural free flowing look throughout the style. Like I've mentioned in a few of my other videos, it is really good to do the technique where you're braiding off of the client's scalp. And when I say braiding and adding the hair off the client's scalp, I mean that is not touching the scalp, because you're braiding the client's hair down, like I mentioned before, about 1 inch to honestly 4 inches away from their scalp. To me, that process reduces tension as well as potential breaking on the client's hair and follicles and stuff like that. I really think that it is important to preserve the health of a client's hair when doing their style. And yeah, this technique really does help do that. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how I add the curls that are flowing throughout the style. This is the Indian version raw bundles that I told you about earlier. So here I have separated her hair, and I am starting to braid the version raw Indian hair onto the top of her hair. It's honestly easier if you use a clip to secure the piece of hair while you're trying to add it in. It keeps the hair from sliding and from I guess being much harder to add into the look. It's really pretty. I like how soft and light and natural the curls look. So here I'm doing a close-up look on how I am laying the foundation, as I put it earlier. I'm using soft lock crochets to kind of take away from the braiding process. Usually with this style, I would, like I said earlier, use marley hair and braid down, which makes it a whole lot more work because I still have to add the curls and everything. So I wanted to kind of skip that step. And this is a closer look at how I add the curls into the client's hair. When you're doing this, you really want to kind of make sure that you are paying close attention to where you want to lay the curls, as well as making sure that you put them in very tightly so they don't slip. That's how it looks when it's done. Not fully done, but when I'm done with the curls at the root. This is the Cambodian hair that I'm wrapping with. I really enjoyed wrapping with this hair because it was a lot of texture. It was really smooth and no shedding at all. All right, guys, so I'm finally coming to the part where I'm adding the curls onto the ends. Now that I'm watching this, it's a lot of steps, but the finished product is really worth it. So I took and separated 3 pieces of the crochet lock on the end, and I took the desired amount of hair from the bundle of the raw Indian hair, and I'm just underhanded braiding it onto the crochet. You guys, it's a whole lot better if you use glue. Just makes it a lot faster. But today I wanted it to look super cohesive, super neat, and so I just took the time to braid it onto the ends, wrap all the way down to the end, and then I used a 3-prong crochet needle to secure the hair. Next time I'm going to do like a way more detailed video of it, but here's how some of the ends look with the crochet ends already added on. Or not the crochet end, the Indian ends. All right, guys, so right now I'm about to start wrapping. I am taking my Cambodian hair that I've cut off the weft, and I'm wrapping to my, looks like I'm wrapping to my left. Sometimes, you guys, I switch it up, like depending on the type of look I'm going for. If I want it to look a little more rough and a little more natural, I wrap to my left as opposed to my right, and then the reverse goes for wrapping to your right. So I'm just showing you guys how I do that. With this look, it is not like a straight, so you know how like when you do the synthetic hair locks, for those of you who are stylists, it comes as like a long strip of hair. It doesn't work like that with the human hair. Like, I found that no matter how long it is, how long the bundles are, you still have to pick up more hair and kind of wrap in pieces. So this is me going ahead and wrapping the Cambodian hair piece by piece, and you'll see me picking up small pieces. It's better to do like kind of small to medium pieces when you're wrapping, because you don't want the lock to look bulky and you don't want it to start to bunch up as you're wrapping. See, I finally got my clip. Guys, I was being really lazy earlier and didn't feel like grabbing the clip, but I finally gave in and put the clip on the curls, because you really just don't want the curls that are kind of flowing through the lock to get stuck as you're wrapping it. So yeah, there I am picking up more hair. These were pretty long and full, so it got a bit tedious after a while, but the finished product was really worth it. I didn't take the time to show you guys on this video for some reason, but as I added the curls like throughout her hair and along the shaft of the lock, I just took the crochet needle and fed the pieces through the locks and started to wrap around. And here's how it looks finished. I have not steamed the hair yet. I'm going to show you guys how it looks once the hair is steamed. It's just a whole lot softer and cleaner look. Steaming helps to relax the locks as well as the curls that you leave throughout, and it also helps to kind of like give the client's scalp a bit of a release. It's really calming and soothing, and it's really my favorite part of doing the style, because you know, it brings the look together. It adds shine, it adds moisture, and I don't know, it's just really nice. All right, so for this look, I wanted to go ahead and add some moisturizer to it. I like to use it's a Curls brand, the blueberry moisturizer. I think that's what it's called. I'll include it in the caption, but it's one of my favorites. when doing human hair locks, because I believe that it adds shine without it being too heavy, and the hair still like moves freely. As you can see, the steam really helps. Look at that. Yeah. I didn't want to put too much product on the Indian hair. It's my first time working with it, but this is the full finished product, steamed and sprayed. I love it. My client loved it. And I hope you guys like and subscribe for more content and more videos on how I do my styles.